Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second episode of my ongoing series, Xbox Game Pass, Slop, or Give It a Shot. Now, before we get into the video, if you enjoy what you see, hit that like button. And if you want to stick around for more videos just like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Alright, now to set the few ground rules just like I did last time. I'm going to be doing the Surprise Me button feature that Xbox provides for us, and then I'm going to be playing 1 hour of that game. And in that 1 hour, I'm going to be deeming it either a slop or give it a shot, and I'll be giving you some more information as I go along on whether some mechanics in the game I like or dislike. So let's get right into it. That looks pretty promising. All right, let's dive right in. Immortals Fenyx Rising is a game that released back in the divisive year of 2020 and was developed by Ubisoft Quebec, the same team that brought you Assassin's Creed Odyssey 2 years prior. The game at first glance draws a lot of similarities from a game that was released back in 2017 that was a bombshell that inspired multiple games to follow suit, which is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the hour that I played, I did see quite a bit of similarities, ranging from the stamina gauge that you use to be able to climb anything, all the way to Zelda's Magnesis ability, where you can pick up stuff. But in this game, you can do it with non-metal items as well. Immortals Fenyx Rising also has its own shrines, pretty much, which is a hole in the ground that looks a, like a pit into hell. And in these shrines, you do challenges all the way from puzzles to parkour to even battling enemies, which is pretty much just like Zelda shrines. But comparing this game only to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is extremely unfair. For example, you start off the game asleep. You wake up confused, wondering what happened to your people. You head outside and you see this giant field just waiting to have an adventure. And then this giant field is actually just a small portion of the actual game itself. Okay, jokes aside, let's get back into the game controls. They are a little confusing. I did start the game off using the X button to attack, and then I shortly realized that it's the RB button to attack, which fairly easy to get used to. And then you find an axe, and the axe is used as the heavy attack that you can use. And X button is actually the dodge in this game. So you do get used to it fairly quickly, but the mechanics that I didn't get used to quickly is the parry button. The parry button is using both left and right bumpers at the same time, which seems fairly easy, but my brain just couldn't handle that, and I just kept messing up my parries. I got like maybe one perfect parry, and I killed the enemy, and I got an achievement for it, but that's the only time I was able to get it done. You see me flailing it nonstop, but I did absolutely nothing with it. I kept clicking at the wrong time. But I eventually did get used to it, but the parries, not so much in the hour I played. And then you find a bow, and it comes with 6 rechargeable arrows. But the arrows aren't that strong, so I'm assuming it's more of a puzzle solving item than an actual combat item in the 1 hour that I played. But I could be wrong. You might be able to upgrade it later on. But in the 1 hour, it seemed more of a puzzle type item because you did use it in a puzzle when you first got it, and it didn't force you to use it as a combat item. But that's all I found in the hour that I played. But there are quite a few open spots on the HUD, so I'm assuming you find a lot more abilities that you can use further into the game. The story starts off with Prometheus chained up on this mountain, and Zeus comes to see him. And I'm assuming there's like some kind of war going on, and Zeus wants his help. And Prometheus says, if I can help you with my story, I will be able to shorten my sentence. So the story is actually their story, and you are a character they created. And that's extremely prevalent in the character creation section because as you were changing your character's features, the hair, the skin, the face, the sex, they actually make comments on that. And they're like, oh, no, no, not this, that. And so they're trying to create their perfect character for their story. But it's more Prometheus's story. And Zeus makes little chime ins every now and then when he doesn't like certain things, which I actually kind of enjoyed. It was pretty fun to listen to them bickering back and forth. And in the time I played, there was quite a few moments where they changed things in the moment. And I thought that was pretty funny. I can see this story not winning any awards, but it is enjoyable to play. And in that 1 hour I did play, I can see them throwing a lot more difficult enemies at you as you go further into the game. Because I did kind of have a difficult time playing and fighting the bosses that they threw at me in the beginning, and I chose the normal difficulty. So I could see it being a little difficult further on in the future. Now, what do I think about this game as a whole? Is it a slop or give it a shot? For me, I'll be calling this one give it a shot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.